Smart, smart, do. We are the children, the children of God. Come, come, come. We change our world. We have what it takes to do it smart and make it smart. Welcome to our Smart Do.
Welcome our class 8 for today's CRA lesson. I hope you are doing fine. I'm also doing well and ready for the lesson. Now, today, as you can see on the board, we are going to look at personal freedom. Now, in this topic, we have already mentioned what is freedom. What is freedom? And if possible, let us remind ourselves. Let us remind ourselves of what is freedom. Yes, you can try. Yes, try. Aha, good. Another one can try. Yes, try. All right, so you agree with her. So we say freedom is a state of being free. State of being free. That state which you are in, and we call that one freedom. Or we can also say freedom is acting as you wish, or want, in a state whereby nobody questions what you do. So here we have freedom, and we have defined freedom several times and see what it is. Now, the next one is looking at the word personal. Personal. What is personal? Now, personal means your own self. Yourself. Mine. So, personal freedom. My freedom. Your freedom. Not anybody's else freedom. Now, here we are looking at personal freedom in relation to others. My freedom in relation to others. Now, personal freedom is the ability to live and behave as we wish without harming others. So, our personal freedom would mean living as we wish and not hurting others. Now, therefore, our own freedom should not interfere with the freedom of other people. For example, there are certain activities I know that we like doing whenever we are at home. For example, listening to music. So whenever we are free during our own time, we find ourselves listening to music. Now, this music that we listen to should not interfere with others. What does that mean? Whenever you are listening to music, it should not be loud in a manner that the others who are not party to that music are disturbed by it. I know sometimes whenever we find ourselves not busy, we just take up the remote, put up the volume, and we start dancing to the songs in a manner that all the neighbors can hear music playing from our houses. But that is not good. Why? Because our personal freedom is interfering with the freedom of other people. It is hurting them. And maybe they are trying to concentrate in certain activities. So therefore, our freedom should not interfere with other people's freedom. The things that we enjoy doing should not interfere with other people. So therefore, there are reasons why we should be responsible for this freedom. One, it makes us live in harmony with others. once our freedom does not interfere with others, we live in harmony with each other. It encourages respect. It encourages respect. If my personal freedom does not interfere with other people, it encourages respect for one another. Let's see what the Bible tells us about use of personal freedom. We're going to look for the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 8. Our first verses are found in the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 8, verse 9 to 12. Verse 9 to 12. Now what do they tell us? Be careful, however, not to let your freedom of action make those who are weak in the faith fall into sin. Now, there are those who may misuse their freedom. They may use their freedom wrongly. And yet, we look up to them. We depend on them. And therefore, once they misuse their freedom, we shall find ourselves, or those who are weak in faith and look up to them, now tending to do the wrong things. Listen to this. Suppose a person whose conscience is weak in these matters sees you. A person who's weak in faith sees you misusing your freedom. Who have so-called knowledge, eating in the temple of an idol. Will not this encourage him to eat food offered to idols? And so, this weak person, your brother, for whom Christ died, will perish because of your knowledge. So, therefore, you who is strong in faith, and you happen to misuse your freedom, the others who are weak in faith will look up to you and tend to go and do the wrong things. And once they do the wrong things, they will have sinned because not because they did not because they knew what they were doing, but it is because of you who misled them when you misused your freedom. And in this way, you will be sinning against Christ by sinning against your Christian brothers and sisters and wounding their weaker conscience. So then, if food makes my brother or sister sin, I will never eat meat again, so as not to make my brother or sister fall into sin. So, those who are strong in faith and happen to have a lot of freedom in them, they must be careful because there are others who are watching over them and they may be tempted to do the wrong things. Now, the other verse is from the book of 1 Peter chapter 2. 1 Peter chapter 2, verse 16. Now, what does the Bible tell us? The Bible tells us this. Live a free people. Do not, however, use your freedom to cover up any evil, but live as God's slaves. Now, whenever we have freedom, we should not misuse it. Personal freedom should not be misused. Whereby we find ourselves doing the wrong things. However much you have our freedom, we should use it to do the right things. The right things that please God. We should please God during the time that we have our freedom or during our free time. So therefore, learners, let us all the time use our freedom wisely, use it for the benefit of others, let us use it for the benefit of God, and let us use it to help our community grow and become better in many ways. So, I hope you have enjoyed the lesson. And I hope that we shall use the freedom we have wisely and to serve God. Have a good time, and I hope we shall meet during the next lesson. Bye-bye.